Is the first video on 2024 chemistry past questions. I have already answered 2025 chemistry past questions in my two previous videos that I have made. I'll drop the links in the comment section. So today we are going to start with question 1 of 2024 chemistry past questions, which says which of the following produces effervescence with sodium hydrogen carbonate. So if you put sodium hydrogen carbonate in one of these, it will produce effervescence. Effervescence means more like an evaporation, a substance coming up in form of gas. So A, we have ethanoic acid, B, we have ethane, C, we have bromine water, and D, we have propane. So what the question wants to ask or is asking you is that which of these reacts with sodium hydrogen carbonate to produce effervescence. So the correct answer is ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. Why is that so? Ethanoic is an acid and it reacts with sodium hydrogen carbonate to release carbon dioxide gas. So it is that carbon dioxide gas that is observed in form of effervescence. While ethane, bromine water, and propane do not react with sodium hydrogen carbonate to produce any gas. We go to question 2 of 2024 UTME past questions, which says, what are the separation techniques involved in obtaining pure alum from powdered mixture of alum and sand? When you mix alum and sand, how do you get your pure alum back? A. Magnetic separation and centrifugation. B. Dissolution, filtration, and crystallization. C. Distillation and chromatography. And D. Sedimentation and osmosis. So which do you think is the correct answer? If you want to recover your alum from sand, the correct answer is dissolution, filtration, and crystallization. Do you remember alum that is used in water purification? Yes. Number 1, it dissolves in water. So dissolve it in water so that you can separate it from sand. Sand does not dissolve in water. So by the time you dissolve the mixture in water, you'll be able to remove sand. So you will now have the water with the alum that is dissolved in it. So after that, after you filter to remove sand, then you crystallize, you do crystallization. By the time you do crystallization, you will recover your alum from the solution. So this is the standard purification route to get your alum in its pure form. Question 3 says, what are the constituents of permalloy? What are the constituents of permalloy? This question is very, very important. And who knows, this year, maybe they will ask you, what are the constituents of brass? What are the constituents of bronze? All these are alloys. So metals mixed together. So for this question, we have A, copper, B, zinc, C, tin. B says, sorry, I just called for, okay. A says copper, zinc, and tin. B says nickel and iron. C says copper, silver, and manganese. D says copper, zinc, and manganese. So which one is the correct answer? The correct answer is nickel and iron. Permalloy is a nickel-iron magnetic alloy composed of approximately 80% of nickel and 20% of alloy. So it is known for its high magnetic permeability. Question 4 now says, what is the color obtained when starch iodide paper is introduced into a jar containing chlorine? This is actually a test for carbohydrate, and this is qualitative analysis. What do you use to know that this is a starch? So what color is produced? A, red, B, purple, B, blue, C, purple, D, blue, black. Correct answer is D, blue, black. That signifies the test for presence of starch with iodine. So if you want to test the presence of starch, you can use iodine. Next, question 5 says, the only factor that affects the internal energy of an ideal gas is... First of all, you need to know what your ideal gas is. Okay, so A, we have pressure, temperature, volume, and number of moles. So we are talking about internal energy. The correct answer is temperature. For an ideal gas, internal energy depends on temperature. Internal energy. So there is no intermolecular forces or changes in pressure. All these does not affect the internal energy. Next question says the element X that can combine with oxygen to form an oxide in the form of XO2 is which of the following can react with oxygen to form an oxide in the form of XO2? This is a very simple question. Have you ever seen chlorine and oxygen, fluorine and oxygen, phosphorus and oxygen, sulfur and oxygen core? Very good. Which is the correct answer? The correct answer is sulfur. Sulfur combines with oxygen in form of SO2. That's sulfur dioxide, which fits. So that's the correct answer. Question 7 says rust on the surface of a metal sheet contains. So the rust you are actually seeing on iron, what is it? What is the chemical formula for rust? The correct answer is B, which is hydrated Fe2O3. So rust is hydrated iron 3 oxide. The formula is given there where X stands for the number of moles of water. And it forms when oxygen reacts with water when the temperature is favorable. So question 8 says, in food processing industry, the separation technique used for analytical purpose is what? In food processing industry, the separation technique used for analytical purpose is what? A, crystallization, B, distillation, C, chromatography, D, centrifugation. The correct answer is chromatography. Chromatography helps you to identify or separate components of food samples. It can detect additives, contaminants, and nutrients with high precision. So that's why it is suitable for analysis in food industry. The next question, which is question 9, says, an example of a solid gas mixture is, so which of this is an example of solid gas mixture? A, smoke, B, foam, C, fudge, D, mist. Aha. I believe you should know this answer even without me telling you. The correct answer is what? Smoke. Correct. So smoke is a colloid consisting of solid particles, that's ash, the ash dispersed in air. Foam is a liquid. Fudge and mist are liquid droplets in air, not solid. Not solid. They are liquid droplets in air, not solid. And the question says solids and gas. Question 10 out of the 15 we are going to answer says, which of the following will dissolve in water to give a solution with a pH greater than 7? Very interesting question. So this tells you that the end product that it will give when it dissolves in water is basic in nature. A, sodium chloride. We already know that sodium chloride will give us a neutral solution. B, okay, I suspect B is the answer. C, we have SO4, that is acidic in nature. It's a salt actually. Sodium sulfate is a salt, so it can give us a neutral solution. D would give us, is acidic also. D looked acidic because it has SO4. So the correct answer is B, which is sodium carbonate. So sodium carbonate is a salt of a strong base and weak acid. So when it dissolves in water, it gives a very strong basic solution. Question 11 now says, which of the following metals react with water at the fastest rate? A, calcium, B, magnesium, C, sodium, D, iron. Now let me reveal the secret to you. All group 1 elements are very, very reactive. Why? Because they have one electron at their outermost shell. So they can react with anything, just anything around them to donate that electron and be stable. Never forget that all elements want to achieve the octet number. Meanwhile, group 7 are lacking just one electron also to complete their outermost shell. So they are also very, very reactive, madly reactive. So in a period, the reactivity decreases down the group. Sodium belongs to group 1. Calcium belongs to group 2. Magnesium, iron, all of them, they are not the answer, but sodium belongs to group 1, so it can react fastest or faster than any of them just to donate that one electron. The next question says, the brown ring test is used to detect the presence of. I hope you are seeing how JAMB is putting alternative to practical questions in your JAMB questions. Expect this also, please, 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 please. I have made a video for alternative to practicals for WAEC. I strongly recommend that you watch that video. All these things I have covered them. All questions on practical, including such of those that we've answered previously about starch. Please take note of that. You are going to also answer practical questions. They come in a subtle way, but you won't know. But this is a real practical questions. So A, we have nitrate ion, B, sulfate ion, C, chloride ions, and D, phosphate ion. The correct answer is nitrate ions. So brown ring helps you. If you detect brown ring, then that tells you that there is a presence of nitrate ions in the reaction. So question 13 says the solubility of a solid in a liquid is increased by. What makes the solubility of a solid in liquid to be increased? A, decreasing temperature. Really? If you decrease the temperature, it will dissolve fast? No. Increasing the pressure. Okay. We are talking about solubility here, so pressure has less to do with that. C, increase the surface area of the solid, and D, decrease the volume of the solvent. Can you guess the answer, the correct answer? Yeah, increase the surface area. By the time you increase the surface area, it has more sites to interact with water or any liquid that it is dissolving into, making it more soluble. 14 says the addition of charcoal to filter beds in town water supply is for the purpose of what? This question is underwater purification. Now, this is charcoal. They may ask you this year sand beds. They may ask you addition of chlorine. Chlorine is to kill the microbes. I'm telling you all the answers now. Because you can predict JAMB. For example, they asked for charcoal this time around. They may ask you what's the use of chlorine in water purification or fluorine. They may ask you what's the use of sand in water purification. Alum to coagulate the particles. All these things. So you can predict that if they ask this direction, most likely they are to ask in another direction in the next season if they did not ask directly similar questions. So A, removing heavy metals, B, removing bacteria and viruses, C, removing chlorine and organic compounds, D, softening the water. The correct answer is removing chlorine and organic compounds. So that's the use of charcoal. Charcoal absorbs chlorine, organic compounds, and certain chemicals through porous structures. We all know charcoal, that they have porous structures. Yeah, it does not kill bacteria, but it removes the hardness ions. All right, the next question is question 15. The reaction between ethanol and phosphorus 5 chloride produces what? When ethanol, which is an alcohol, reacts with phosphorus 5 chloride, what will it produce? A, phosphorus 3 chloride, B, phosphorus 5 oxide, C, phosphorus oxychloride, and D, phosphorus 3 oxide. The correct answer is phosphorus oxychloride. So when ethanol reacts with phosphorus 5 chloride, the products are chloroethane and phosphorus oxychloride. Next, okay, yeah, we've come to the last question. So I would like you to try question 16 to 20 by yourself. This will help you learn how to look for answers by yourself, and with that, you will be able to be learning other things as you look for the answer to this. The dominant intermolecular forces in ethanol are A. London dispersion forces, hydrogen bond, ion dipole forces, dipole forces. So answer this question 17 2. The method suitable for separating suspended particles in liquids is very, very simple questions. 18 says the purity of common salt can be determined by very, very simple questions. Measuring its density, measuring its boiling point, measuring its melting point, measuring its solubility. Question 19. The IUPAC name of this compound is what? Observe HO at the beginning and at the end. So name it. Pentan 1,2-diol, propan 1,3-diol, propan 1,2-diol, propan 1,2-dihydroxypropane. Yeah, I have also made a video on how to name organic compounds using a lot of JAMB questions on organic chemistry. I'm also going to drop the link in the comment section for you if you've not watched it. The purest form of natural water is what? Spring water, river water, lake water, and rain water. So which one is the correct answer? So we've come to the end of today's class. Please give it a like if you have enjoyed this video. If you have learned at least something, give it a like, give it a like. See, it's not fair when someone is using his own energy, his own time to support you, and you cannot even encourage the person. Let me know if I'm doing the right thing. Let me know if I'm helping someone out there. Please drop a comment. Just say this is helpful. Like the video also. So I will know that at least I'm doing something out there. I'm not wasting my time. Subscribe to the channel if you are preparing for JAMB this year. There are a lot of videos you want to watch from this channel that will be very, very helpful to you in your preparation for JAMB. Don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and see you in the next video. So in the next video, I will cover the remaining 20 questions of JAMB 2024, and that will be that I would have answered all the questions in JAMB 2024. I've already done for 2025, like I said, and after 2024, I will move to 2023. So the goal is to cover a minimum, at least 10 years rather, back from 2025. If we cover 10 years, if you can follow consistently, I bet you are not going to regret following all these questions and answers. It's going to be very, very helpful because you will see questions directly repeated. You will see those that are closely repeated. And if you follow tightly with us, you are going to master a lot. I've also done questions on videos on physics and biology, so you can check the channel as well to find those videos. Thank you once again. Submit your assignment through my WhatsApp. Through WhatsApp, if you are my student. If you are not my student and wish to be part of us, the students I'm coaching, please drop it in the comment section that I want to be part of you, Mr. Emmanuel. Then I will find a way to add you. Thank you once again, and have a wonderful day or night, whichever time